In the land of dharma and destiny, the fire of fate is kindled, not with flame, but with choice. And one such choice begins here. Long before history was written, a war shook the heavens and split the earth. This is the Mahabharata, not just a story, but a cosmic saga of gods, warriors, curses, and fate. A battle between dharma and adharma, truth and betrayal, where every choice shapes eternity. Welcome to Dark Whispers, where forgotten legends are brought back to life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and turn on the bell icon and follow the Whispers of Destiny. In the ashram of Dronacharya, the Kuru princes have grown into warriors. Among them stands Arjuna, the embodiment of skill and discipline, Drona's greatest disciple. One dawn beneath the shade of the ancient trees, Drona gathers them. He says, "You have learned all that I can give. Now, offer me Guru Dakshina. Bring me King Drupada of Panchala, not as a monarch, but humbled and bound in chains." A quiet tremor ripples through the students. Drona had once lived in poverty, a Brahmana of merit, but no means. He had once gone to Panchala to his childhood companion, Drupada, now a king, but memory had met pride. Friendship must walk among equals. A beggar and a king share no seat at my court. The insult, like a buried spear, had festered in silence. Now vengeance comes robed in ritual. The Kauravas led by Duryodhana ride to Panchala, but return defeated, their pride broken by Drupada's elite warriors. Then Arjuna steps forward, eyes calm. With Bhima beside him and the twins, they storm Panchala. Arjuna's arrows fall like rain. Bhima smashes walls with his mace. The kingdom trembles. Drupada is captured and brought before Drona, bound, dusty, and silent. "You have once said we are not equals, Drupada. Then rule only half your kingdom. I now hold the other half, as your equal." Drupada said nothing. His eyes burned, but not with anger, but with vow. He did not speak, and in that silence a resolve was forged. He would not forget, nor forgive. Fame rises around the Pandavas. Songs echo Arjuna's name. Jealousy coils in Duryodhana's heart, venomous and whispered by Shakuni's cunning. As long as they breathe, your throne trembles. A luxurious palace, Lakshagriha, is built at Varnavata, lined with ghee, oils, and lac. A trap made beautiful. Dhritarashtra sends the Pandavas there, veiling poison with honeyed words. Let them be honored, in peace, and in joy. Only Vidura sees the storm. He warns Yudhishthira not in words, but in riddled speech. He who knows the forest path need not fear the fire that eats walls. Understanding dawns. In Varnavrata, the Pandavas act, outwardly joyful and inwards alert. A tunnel is secretly dug with Vidura's agents. Then on a chosen night, Purochana the agent sets fire to the palace. The Lakshagriha burns like a pyre meant for kings. Hastinapura mourns, thinking that the 6 members have died in the fire. But deep in the forest, they walk away into exile. The Pandavas, having escaped the inferno of Lakshagriha, travel deep into the forest. Kunti walks with silent resilience, her son surrounding her like the 5 elements guarding the sacred flame of destiny. Nights were thick with mist. Owls hoot from unseen branches. The winds whisper through dense tall trees like a voice from another world. One evening, as they rest beneath an ancient banyan tree, the scent of human flesh drifts through the air. Thick, warm, irresistible. Far away in the forest, the monstrous Hidimbi stirs from slumber in his mountain cave. His sharp nostrils flare. Humans, near, tender, and warm. His fangs drip with hunger. He turns to his sister Hidimbi, a Rakshasi of gentle heart and wild grace. Go scout them, delay them if needed. I shall feast tonight. But as Hidimbi moves through the forest like moonlight and shadow, her eyes fall upon one of the brothers, Bhima, who stands guard while others sleep. And in that moment, something changes. Hidimbi watches from behind the trees. This man is not like the others. He is huge, like a moving mountain. His arms ripple with strength. His stance speaks of unshaken purpose. Her demonic hunger fades. She steps forth from the shadows, transforming her form from monstrous to maiden, a beautiful forest woman with dark hair, glowing eyes, and a strange sorrow in her voice. O Mighty One, I come not to harm, but to warn. My brother comes. He means to kill you and devour you. Leave now before it's too late. Bhima's eyes narrow. He says, if he comes, let him. I do not run. I break what hunts me. The winds thicken with danger. Leaves swirl. The earth trembles faintly. Like a thunderclap, Hidimbi crashes through the forest, towering, savage, bloodlust in his red eyes. Sister, you betray your kin for this human. Without waiting, he lunges at Bhima. What follows is no mere fight. It is a war between earth and sky. Trees crack, rocks split, animals flee. The forest itself becomes the arena. Fist meets claw, roar meets silence. Bhima lifts the demon and slams him into the ground again and again, until the forest shakes like a living thing. Finally, with the one last cry to the heavens, he breaks Hidimbi's spine and hurls his broken body away. Silence. Hidimbi stands before the Pandavas, no longer a Rakshasi nor just a woman, but something in between. Love, pain, longing all etched on her face. You have taken my brother's life, but awakened my soul. I do not seek vengeance. I seek your hand. O Bhima, even for a moment, even for a child, give me that, and I shall vanish into the forest forever. Kunti, surprised, listens to her son. Bhima, bound by dharma and permission from her, agrees. Under a canopy of stars and fireflies, amidst the rustling hymns of the forest, Bhima and Hidimbi unite, and from their union is born Ghatotkacha, part human, part Rakshasa, yet noble in spirit and mighty in strength. His skin is dark like thunderclouds, his eyes fierce but loyal. As soon as he is born, he grows in size, a miraculous child of the forest. Kunti blesses him. Ghatotkacha deeply bows to Bhima and says, whenever your need is greatest, O father, call me. I shall come like the storm. He vanishes into the mist with his mother. The Pandavas move forward, deeper into destiny. The Pandavas, disguised as Brahmanas, settle in Ekachakra, a modest town untouched by royal eyes. They live in a poor Brahmana's home, peaceful, humble, and hidden. One evening, Kunti overhears crying. Terror does not always wear armor. Sometimes, it lives in silence. The host Brahmana reveals a curse. A demon named Bakasura devours the people. A pact binds the town in fear. Each week, a family must send food, and a human sacrifice. This week it's the family's turn. Kunti confidently and quietly says, "Let my son go in your place." The Brahmana's family protests, but Kunti's eyes burn with truth. He was not born to die, but to destroy. At dawn, Bhima sets out, alone pulling a cart laden with food. He arrives in the shadowed forest near the cremation grounds. Bones lie like warnings. Vultures circle. He sits calmly and eats the demon's food, savoring every bite. A roar splits the air. Bakasura, monstrous and furious, storms out, claws dripping, teeth gleaming. "You dare eat my meal?" he said. Bhima, with a smile on his face, "I was still hungry." What follows is the thunder. Trees fall, earth shakes. Bhima and Bakasura clash like gods. Fist to fang, roar to laughter. At last, Bhima lifts the beast, snaps his spine and smashes him to the ground. The forest fell silent, for fear had been slain. At sunrise, Bhima drags the corpse to Ekachakra and leaves it at the gates. The town gathers in shock. Whispers bloom like lotus in monsoon. He came as a Brahmana, but walked like Bhima, the giant. In distant Panchala, King Drupada's pride still bleeds. A king insulted, a vow unspoken, and a desire for vengeance fed by sacred fire. Drupada performs a grand yagna, asking the gods only for a son, one strong enough to defeat Drona. The flames answer. From the fire pit rises a warrior, Dhrishtadyumna, dark-eyed, radiant, and armored. The sages proclaimed, "He is born just like Drona." But before the fire faded, it flares again, fierce and wild. And from the blaze steps forth a second child, a woman, fair-skinned and radiant like no mortal. Her eyes hold ancient purpose. Her aura silences the wind. Drupada had not asked for her, but the universe sent her, not by will, but by decree. The sages named her Krishna, but she will later be known as Draupadi. Drupada stares, stunned. A daughter? He does not understand, but every rishi bows before her presence. Born of flame, what are you meant to burn? Years pass, and Drupada declares a Swayamvara, a test no mortal may pass. A heaven-forged bow, a rolling fish above, to be struck by looking at only its reflection in water. Warriors from across the Bharatvarsha arrive. Kings, rishis, charioteers, all seek the fire-born pride. And Ekachakra Yudhishthira hears of it. He turns to his brothers. "Let's go, not as princes, but as wandering brahmanas. Let fate take her course." Across Bharatvarsha, a word spreads like wind across the parched earth. The fire-born princess shall choose her husband. Far away in a city by the sea, a solitary figure, dressed in yellow silk, watches the ocean turn gold at sunset. He hears of the Swayamvara and smiles. The wheel turns, and soon fire shall meet its destined flame. The air stills, the sea hushes. He turns towards the west, towards Panchala, and begins to ride in his chariot.